A sea of empty beer bottles covers the floor. My boyfriend is drunk again. I know the warning signs like the back of my hand. I grew up with an alcoholic mother. And as the toxic fumes of my reality fill the air, out of the blue, I hear a voice as clear as crystal, cutting through the heavy, dense atmosphere, asking, "So, Laura, who are you? What gets you going in life? What floats your boat?" I recognize this voice. It's my higher self. I haven't heard her in so long. Immediately, my heart sinks to the pit of my stomach. My eyes well up like a dam about to burst. "I don't know," I say in a silent voice. I go into a full-blown panic attack. My boyfriend is unaware in his drunken stupor. I want to smash the empty bottles of beer over his head. I am angry. I'm ashamed. I'm disappointed in myself. Why? Because I've already had a dance off with the devil and won. So why am I standing at the gates of hell again? I'm 13 years old, arriving home after school. "Mom, I'm home." There's no response. She's passed out, fully clothed in bed with empty bottles of vodka for comfort. I take the empty bottles and add them to the growing pile. I guess I'm making my own dinner tonight. I could never understand why the love of her family wasn't enough, even to try. I needed her love. I needed her attention. I needed my mum. Growing up quick and having to parent myself half the time, most of my friends were older. I looked and appeared much older than my age and desperate to be anywhere other than home alone with mum. I followed the crowd. But at the end of the day, I was just a child descending a slippery slope of chaos and confusion. At 14, I was smoking weed. 15, it was ecstasy and coke. And by 16, it was heroin. The negative momentum that was fueling my life kept picking up speed, and I kept attracting more, including a dealer boyfriend, 12 years my senior. Me 16, him 28. 5 hits of heroin a day numbed the pain of his beatings and abuse, and it helped me forget about my worried family and friends that I had abandoned. I was scared, isolated, and lost. 2 years I stayed in that prison of my own making until one night I saw my chance and I took it. At 18 years old, I climbed out the kitchen window and ran in a desperate bid to claim back my freedom. I got away, I got clean, and I took my power back. But without the inner healing, my subconscious programming had led me right back here to the sea of empty beer bottles. "Laura, I've got this DVD for us to watch. It's gonna change your life," my cookie best friend Teresa said with so much excitement. Wow, that sounds exactly what I need. It had been almost 3 months since my moment of realization, and I was at breaking point in my relationship, in my life. But now, with the mood set, candles lit, and the incense smouldering away, Teresa takes out the DVD. It's called The Secret. Bob Proctor stares right down the camera lens into my soul and states, everything in your life, you have created it, the good and the bad. Like a montage, my life choices begin to flash before my eyes. Choosing parties over parents, using drugs as a distraction, looking for love from other lost souls, but instead of shame and guilt, I feel a sense of empowerment. If I've created this world of shit by default, just imagine what I could create on purpose. This perspective, it changed my internal point of attraction instantly. It was the signal the universe had been waiting for. I knew what I had to do. I had to choose on purpose. My thoughts, my emotions, my actions. I did what Bob said. I followed it to the T. I focus only on joy, love, and gratitude. To see, really see, that if everything that wasn't a match to that would fall away. Before I knew it, my boyfriend moved out and away from the area. I set up my own beauty business that became an instant success, and I was catapulted into the esoteric world of healing, non-physical energy. Think Reiki, chakra alignment, crystals, meditation, and so much more. And I found my dharma, my path, what I'm here to give the world. Everything I went through, it was the exact path I needed to become the coach and healer I am today. I believe this true for everyone. The shit we go through, it's not here to put us in a box. It's here to help us find our higher calling. Trauma's not here to define us. It's here to align us. Here's the thing. We've all got shit gathered from our life experience. And the thing about shit is, it sticks. Unless you want to go through life covered in it, you're going to have to clean yourself up. It's not complex or complicated to do, but it does require commitment and one hell of a big shovel, because you're gonna have to dig deep. The first step to healing is to sit with your pain. You've got to feel it to heal it. You all possess the power within you to do this. It's in your memories, the emotional trauma circulating endlessly. It's trapped in your energy centers. It's your shit that calls the shots through your subconscious programming. It's a daunting thought, I know. But closing the door on trauma and pain does not mean it's gone away. So I opened the door and welcomed it in like an old friend, giving it room to breathe and to be without judgment. In meditation, I watched the scenes of addiction play out like a perfectly choreographed dance of blame and shame. leading me to an encore of perfect realization. No one was to blame. Each step of the dance, it was always destined to lead me here. It couldn't have played out any other way. Mm-hmm. Couldn't have played out any other way.
This is fucking amazing!
I'm so sorry, Angel. It's like I told her, I'm going to be with you, and then I do this. But this is her, look, this is funny about this. This is her fire that she's in. So the fact that it looks really bad on me, this is good, because now she's in the fire and she's growing.
There we go. No. There we go. There we go. It couldn't have played out any other way. With less time than I anticipated, its grip loosened, the sting softened, and I found peace. That deep well of inner peace that's always been there and will always be. This pain leading me there, driving it home even further. Trauma's not here to define us. It's here to align us. Now I was ready for the next step. But it was like jumping straight into the deep end, and it wasn't refreshing at first. It really was not refreshing at first. But I knew no true healing could happen without this. It's a really dirty R word. So most of you have probably avoided it like the plague. What is this dirty R word? I hear you cry. It's responsibility. We have to take responsibility. While the scars of our trauma may not be our own doing, it's our responsibility to heal them. We alone hold that sacred flame of inner healing. It's a profound realization, isn't it? That through the pain of your trauma, we can lead ourselves to liberation. It would have been easy for me to blame my mum for being a drunk or my drug dealer boyfriend for getting me hooked on heroin. But that wouldn't have been the truth. Merely shitty excuses serving only to paint me as a victim. The way I see it, when dealing with life's trauma, there's two options. Play the victim and resign to the shadows of suffering, or step up as the victor and soar high on the wings of your unlimited potential to reveal your true light. My mum's alcoholism, it taught me to look deeper than the surface wounds. My heroin addiction upped my empathy game, and my toxic relationships, well, they taught me to love myself before seeking it from others. When we choose to take responsibility, we open the doors to transformation and aligned purpose, no longer a victim of circumstance. We now become the creators of our reality, recognizing that the buck stops with us. Now that I had taken responsibility for it all, that question came up again. The haunting question. Who are you, Laura? That question led me to the next step in my healing journey, to identify the labels I was wearing. I'm not talking about flashy designer labels or high street brands. I'm talking about the labels you associate with your character. You know, the ones you reinforce them every day. These are the ones that shape and sculpt who you are in the world. I'm too scared. I'm not worthy. I have no confidence. I'm not enough of this. I'm not enough of that. I'm not enough. These are the invisible labels that we walk around with, and they carry serious weight. Think about it like this. Would you walk around wearing every single item of clothing that you've ever bought? Of course you wouldn't. It would be ridiculous. But that's what we do with our trauma and pain, and we keep on adding layer after layer, wearing our outdated and, quite frankly, out of fashion labels that no longer suit or serve us. Imagine trying to be a successful leader while wearing a tailor-made suit of unworthiness with 6-inch stilettos of self-doubt. It's not a good look. Who are you without your labels? Do you even know? Do you dare stand naked without your many layers of unnecessary padding? I am not the daughter of a mother's unhealed trauma. I'm her undiscovered strength. I'm not the addict at the bottom of life's barrel. I'm the empress of my realm. And I'm not the scared little girl hiding in the shadows. I'm a true leader of light. When you strip away the old labels, you begin to reveal the true beauty underneath, and then you discover you're a unique, one-of-a-kind, custom-built individual. And I, for one, don't think that that's an accident. Listen carefully. Each one of us is a vital thread in the grand tapestry of life. And while you may think your role insignificant, imagine the void without your presence, the incomplete masterpiece. What if life isn't just some random journey, but a carefully crafted curriculum? What if, before we entered this world, we all signed on the dotted line of our soul contracts, where every joy, every heartache, and every tear was part of our life's lessons. A classroom of consciousness, teaching us to break the chains of conditioning. I believe we all have a purpose. I believe we all signed on the dotted line of our soul contracts, choosing this journey for our soul's growth. My mum, the addictions, the lousy relationships. These were some of the bricks that paved my path of purpose, each of them linked to the lessons that are a requirement for my current contract. I put this question to you all. What's the most powerful source of energy in the world? You may be surprised to know that it's you, and you, and you, and you. There's nothing more powerful on the face of this earth than someone who is aligned with their inner seat of power. You all possess a brilliant radiance that is just waiting to illuminate this world. So, friends, I'll leave you with this. Your mission in life, should you choose to accept it, is to step out of your shadows and into the light.